it's Winona from Dairy Barn Art. Welcome back, and welcome if you're new. Thank you. I've got a few new subscribers, and I thank you for that. If you're new to my channel is about my fiber arts, cross stitch, quilting, crocheting, general sewing, and I love to paper craft. And I haven't done paper crafting for a while, but hopefully I will soon. And what else do I have to tell you? I'm a cancer survivor. I'm 6 years cancer free. Unfortunately, it left me with some side effects, and I don't have hair on the top of my head, so I wear wigs. And I'm so excited because this wig is me. This is me, the way I used to look with my hair. My hair was quite curly, and yeah, it's me. It's me. It's the same color. It's everything. So I'm quite excited about that. Another thing you'll notice in my videos is I don't shoot. I only do this part camera facing me. I have a bum shoulder, and it's hard to hold things up for any length of time. So I find it easier to just to do camera down. And I also have a thumbnail that I can't get done. That's another thing since cancer. This all my nails fell off during the treatment, and this one, it lifts as soon as we do anything. If you put nail polish or anything on it, it starts to lift. So I just leave it free. So don't be freaked out by the fact that I have 9 nails done and 1 not. But anyway, it is Tuesday, April 16th, 2024. I was supposed to do this on Sunday, and I was sick, and I slept all day, so I didn't get it done. And then yesterday I had to bake bread, and then I went grocery shopping in another town. But before we get going too far, I would like to do everyday gratitude. Every video on this channel, I have 2 channels, but on this channel I take a little bit out of this everyday gratitude book. And today it says, it's by Hazrat Anayat Khan. Sorry, I kind of butchered that. The world is evolving from imperfection to perfection. It needs all love and sympathy. Great tenderness and watchfulness are required from each one of us, and I believe that, especially in these times. It's getting scary out there. And the question it asks today is, what or who needs my tenderness right now? There's always someone, right? There's always someone that has a need, and I always pray that I can bless someone or I can reach someone. Even if I do my video and I reach one person and help them, I'm happy. It's what I was meant to do. Geez, I'm all discombobulated. Anyway, so that's our everyday gratitude. And I've got a script here because I couldn't do this without it. And it's been a few days since I wrote it, because I wrote it Saturday because I was going to do it Sunday, and then I was sick and I couldn't do it. So anyway, it's already the middle of April, and I'm supposed to be doing 60 finishes for my 60th birthday this year. I can't believe, where did the last 10 years go? It's just like, it does seem like a long time ago since my 50th birthday, I have to admit, but I'm 60. How did I get to be 60? I've never had trouble with my birthday. Never had trouble with my age. In fact, when I was 37, I thought I was 38, so I was 38 for 2 years. I did the same when I was 57. I actually changed it on a doctor's form to 58. I was only 57, but 60 is hard. It's going to take me till July, to my birthday, to get a handle on that. My son is going to be 40, my oldest son. Wow. But I'll talk a bit about my 60 finishes in later in the video. In the last few months, I went through all my DMC. I used to have them on the little bobbins, and by numerical order. And then, I don't know, one day I decided I'm just going to throw them by colored order. But then when I would need them for a pattern, I didn't know what was what. So I was buying DMC every time I needed DMC. So my mom came out and she put them, I bought some floss bags, and she put them in order in floss bags. And then we ran out, so I had to buy little snack size Ziploc bags, but I need to get the floss bags because the snack bags are just a little bit too big. But anyway, I went through them the other day with the DMC spreadsheet chart I found online, and I marked everything on there that I have. So now when I go to do a pattern, I know if I have it or not. And then when I go, I photocopy it and I mark what I need to buy when I go shopping. So I'm excited because now I'm not going to be buying every time I need DMC, because I embroidered years ago. I did cross stitch years ago. I did embroidery years ago. Actually, this is my third time round cross stitching, and it's the best time. Anyway, I hosted Easter this year, which after Christmas, I told myself I wasn't hosting any more suppers because I was just worn right out. But we didn't have company till supper time, and I think that made the difference because I pretty much had the day to just do what I needed to do, but I didn't have to visit with anyone. But we had my sister-in-law here, some close friends, my son, well, my one son, my other son's family came. I think that was about it. It was really nice. It was really a nice number, and we had a really good day. And thankfully, my sister-in-law and my friend decided that after we put the food away, that they would do the dishes for me, and I could put my feet up because I have peripheral neuropathy from the chemotherapy, and I can't be on my feet for very long, or they just start to really burn. So that was good. My granddaughter Nova stayed with me for a few days. Oh, I just love having her here. And she is such a good kid. She entertains herself. Like, she knows where her stuff is. She goes and gets her stuff, and I never have to worry about her. But on Tuesday, we had moved Bible study to Tuesday because I was going to a quilt show on Friday, and I was having it at my house, and I was leading the. We were doing the Book of Ruth, and I was leading it. So I came upstairs in the morning and said to Nova, she had all her toys in the living room scattered, and I said, well, I'm going to have a shower, and while I have a shower, could you please pick up your toys because the ladies are going to come this afternoon. So I came downstairs after my shower and I asked her, did you do it? And she, of course, yeah, she did it. And she says, all but Randy. And Randy is her stuffed red panda that she got when she was a baby. It's her stuffy, like Randy is Randy. For a while he was Randy Cutie Pie. But anyway, she leans into me and she whispers, you got to watch Randy, because when he's quiet, you know what he's doing? I said, what? He's partying. And and she goes into the living room and she yells, Randall, what are you up to? And nobody called, where'd you get Randall from? Nobody's called him Randall. He's Randy. He's always been Randy. But anyway, the ladies came. Nova met a few of them. And then she came upstairs to my studio and she played with her toys. And then she went on my iPad and watched some videos. But we never heard a peep out of her. She was so good. And I never worry about her getting into things because she just doesn't. She never has. I think the worst thing she ever did in her whole life, she's 6 years old. She put permanent marker all over her arm one day when she was about 2 or 3. And she was so happy because she had a tattoo just like her mama. Because her mama has a tattoo on her arm. So how could you give her heck? You know, but that's about the only thing she's ever done that was bad. But anyway, after that, we took Nova home, and my son was having their Easter celebration at their house because he had to work the Easter weekend. So they were doing it a bit later so they could do it all together. And then the next morning, I had to go to Regina to see a specialist, and it went great. It went great. She said that I don't need to see her anymore unless I want to. So I said, yes, I'd like to book an appointment because I'm supposed to see another doctor in June, an endocrinologist. I have, my parathyroid hormone is twice the high limit. And since then, I've also found out I have a nodule on my thyroid gland. It's 9 millimeters big. And they won't do a biopsy till it's 10 millimeters, but it has markers in it that look like it could be cancerous. So I'm a little bit worried about that. And if you pray, I would appreciate a prayer. But we had to go get our passports, my friend and I, because I had to get mine renewed and she hadn't had hers in a while. And we needed them because we were going to across the border to the U.S. and nothing like leaving it till the last minute. And we had to pay extra for it too. But so we went and got our passports, came home the next morning, took off to North Dakota, to Minot. And my other friend from Tantalon, I had to meet her in Wapella. So my husband had to get up early and drive me to Wapella because she gets up. So we were on the go early in the morning, but we had so much fun. So much fun. There's a whole bunch of us from Saskatchewan, and on Friday we all wore the same t-shirts. We had these blue t-shirts, and everyone was talking about the crazy Canadian ladies. And we had our door open to our room. We were all in there Friday night. We were all visiting and having a good time, and not one of us drank. A couple of the girls had booze, but they didn't drink because none of the rest of us drink. Most of us are on too many medications to take a chance. But everyone thought we were drinking. The guy in the room next door, the hotel was getting remodeled, so it was basically just quilters in the hotel. Most of the hotel was shut down. And the next door to us, the husband told his wife that they sure are having fun, those girls from Canada. But we did lots. And I didn't do a lot of shopping. My friend and I took our featherweight sewing machines down. I actually have 3 of them, so I took one of them. She has she's into featherweights really big. But we took them down and took some sewing down because we didn't want to shop too much because then we spend too much. But I did have a big buttermilk basin haulapalooza with some other people too, and I'll show that at the end of my video. And of course I'll show I've got some FFOs this time. Yep, and there's a couple that aren't quite finished, and that's just me being lazy. Well, that's not true. It's me being sick and not feeling well. I've got some whips, and of course I've got my blast from the past. So the rest of the video will be camera down, facing down, and I will show you what all I have. And I hope you don't mind that format, but I just can't hold things up. My shoulder just is, I've damaged it too many times. And then when I had my lumpectomy, I got some cording in the muscles in here as well. So it's best for me to do camera down. So anyway, we'll see you in a flash. Okay, today my blast from the past is the Country Diary Book of Crafts. And this is based on an Edith Holden book. And if you junk journal, Edith Holden books were really popular. And while I was healing from my chemo, I was a shopper. I'm a shopper still. I shouldn't say that. That's just, I'm a shopper. Anyway, I collected a whole bunch of Edith Holden books to do crafts with, and I found this one. And I was looking at it the other day when we were moving stuff, and it has cross stitch in it. You can see here there's a pillow and another pillow. There's some birds. Like here you can see the book. You see it's got this picture cross-stitched. So I think I may do some of these. Like this is the Willow Warbler. That's the one, and the pattern is there, but look at them. They're just gorgeous. I'm going to adjust this light up above and see if we can take away some of the glare. There, that's a little better. Still not perfect, but a little better. But yeah, so I'm gonna look through here, and I may do a few pieces from here. It's got some beautiful pillows. Look at the rug. I wish I was into rug luck. Oh, Winona, you do too many crafts already. But anyway, this book was published in 1985. So it is definitely a blast from the past, and this was published when I first started cross-stitching after my first son was born in '84. So pretty cool, and I'm glad I've got it. Like, it must have been in a library system at some time, but it's in really good shape and lots of ideas. If I could knit, I would maybe knit something from here, but I don't knit. Now we're on to my FFOs. I don't have any FOs. Which would be a finished item, but I've got some FFOs, and this is one of them. This is Teresa Kogut's Fall Feels, and I didn't do the feels because I just didn't catch that vibe, so I just did some leaves dancing down, and I used crushed walnut shells or lizard litter and some polyfill, and I stuffed it, and I made a few mistakes. I just used wool around the edges. I found this wool that was 2 colors. Okay, my first mistake. when I sew things, when I quilt things, I will often put my beginning and end on a side where you don't expect it. A lot of times people look, when they look at an item, at least I do, and I know that I shouldn't, but I look to see where it's joined, and I look to the bottom and the top because that's where you expect it to be joined. And so when you do it on the side, people don't seem to notice it as much. My bindings I join on the side, usually down here about on a quilt, so that it's not as noticeable to the eye. But the problem with doing that when you're stuffing is it's really hard to stuff from the side because you want your weight down here, not here. So I've got all my weight here when it should be down here. Like here it's half polyfill and here it's half of the walnut shells. But you know what? I don't care. I'll put it out at in the fall, and I might even put it out now because these are the colors in my living room. Who knows? But anyway, beautiful piece, stitched on 40 count Aida from Michaels, and just with the called for flosses. And it's this kind of mottled orange and green mottled Aida at Michaels. I really like it. It's 14 count. I usually have a project in the living room that I work on 14 count because I don't need magnification for that. And this is some upholstery fabric sample that I found. I put this on the wrong way, but that my grandma had given me. And I washed them all up and I'm starting to use them. I have a bag, a shopping bag full of different velvets and velours. But anyway, that's my first FFO. Then to go with that, and these were Patreon patterns. I've got the Creation of 1,000 Forests is in 1 acorn. And I did a pillow with that. This one I was better at getting the lizard litter to the bottom. But again, it's the called for floss on that 14 count Aida. I screwed up. I don't know why, but I put my words too far over. So I had to change my side a bit. But nobody's ever going to know when I do. I could have stuffed this fuller, but I didn't. And again, I used that wool around the edge. And I did the side. Never do the side. Don't have your opening on the side. Have your opening on the bottom. But, and then I put the same velvet on the back, or velour on the back. So then number 3, which should I do? We'll do this one. This is a Primrose Cottage pattern. It was my first pattern I bought once I got back into cross stitch. And I stitched it up last year. This is on, give me a second here. Where's my notes? Oh, I didn't put where they were from. It should be near the start of my kind words. I started this on July 8th, 2023, and I finished it on September 22nd, but I didn't fully finish it then. It's 25 count white Lugana and 2 threads over 2. And on the back, upholstery fabric. Does that bring back the 80s or what? I just thought it was awesome. I love the colors in it, and I thought it suited this so well. And then I just used wool around the edges. I'll have to get some Lady Dot Creates, but you know what? I'm going to StitchCon weekend B, and I hope to pick up that kind of stuff when I'm there because I don't have a local stitch shop anywhere near me. So we got those 2, that one too. Then I stitched this for my friend. Actually, it ended up, I was stitching it with one friend in mind for her birthday in the summer, and then my other friend was having a birthday while we were in Minot, and I thought, oh, I should give it to her. But I have another friend that's terminally ill, so I'm going to give it to her. And this is from, what's that magazine? Punch Needle magazine. I don't remember which one, but I've got the digital subscription. And it's God in heaven, God above, please protect the friend I love, sent with a smile, sealed with a kiss. I love my friend who's reading this. And I believe this is 18 count, 16 or 18 count Aida. And I just put a couple of buttons on and put the wool around the edges. The only problem with the wool is it's kind of frizzy. And then I used this on the back. This was really hard to sew. If I do it again, I will have to, I'll make it bigger. I watched a Ivana Pfeiffer video after I did all this. I learned a lot, but I should have watched it before I did all this. But anyway, that looks a bit dirty. I think I got some glue on there or something. But anyway, there's that one. Then this one, I still need to take a brush and brush the chenille, but I can't find it. I bought some at the dollar store and I have no idea where I put them. But this is Be Well. This was a freebie from Heart and Hand, I believe. And I just had, I had a layer cake that I was cutting into strips for another quilt. So I just used a couple of the strips to make this a bit bigger. And then on the back, I've been cutting 1.5 inch squares out of my scraps, 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5. And so I was just sewing them together. So these are all just scraps on the back that I put together. Oh, just wait, my camera's going funny here. Okay, I might have to stop this video while my camera charges. So then I have, this is the February Pine Mountain Biddy Bowl Club, and I finished the cushion. And then there's the fabric they sent on the back. And this pouch that holds the greenery, I still have to gather the top and then stitch a bow onto it, but I just never got to that. And hopefully I'll get to that before I post this video, and I'll take a picture of it, and it'll be at the end of the video. You'll see it. So anyway, that's my FFOs for this month. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woohoo! Still, it's not going to get me to 60 though. And I have no finishes this month. I just have FFOs, but I've got a few whips and we'll show them next. Okay, my whips, or my works in progress. My first one was a draw for last month for Whipco, and it's my first fail. It's a Piscornu I bought a few years ago, well, quite a few years ago, and it's been sitting here. And it's mostly all backstitch. And I struggled to do the honeycomb in the center, and I finally got that down pat. And then I tried to do the flower and this, and I'm off. Every time I do it, I'm off. This is on 32 count platinum Belfast linen, and I have no desire to finish this. So I think, I don't know, I never mark my pattern. I always make a copy. This one I didn't, because I knew I'd never want to do another one. So I don't know if someone wants it. Message me and I'll get in touch with you and you can have it and finish it. If not, I think it's going to hit the garbage, because I really don't want to do it. There's way too many things I really want to do. So why would I waste my time doing something I don't want to do? Might keep those little buttons and the beads if I get rid of, if I'm going to throw it away, but for the rest of it, it's going to hit the garbage because I really don't like it. Just give me a second here. There we go. My next one, I love. This is number 13 from Salon Mart Cross Stitch, X Stitch on Etsy. And the glare's not too bad. I'm working on the first page. I've got about from here down to here done, but not the center part yet. And I'm pretty much done the first page except the center part. But I have a question for you. I'm not sure. I'm doing it with the, what number is that in my book? Number 18. So it's on 36 count porcelain by Roxy Linen, which is, you can get from Evertote. I love their linen. And it's Canadian and I can get it really fast. And this project is 249 stitches by 245, and I'm using the DMC variegated 40/30. I'm not sure I like the way the variegated is. It actually looks not bad on camera, but I love stitching it. I could stitch this one monogamously. I just love doing every bit of it. You know, once I get in and know where to start stitching, it's fun to stitch, and these borders are fun to stitch. It just looks so nice. So I don't know, what do you think? Variegated or stop it? And it really looks good on camera though. So maybe I will keep going on it. I've had it put to the side for a few days because I couldn't decide, but I love stitch. Actually, except for that Biscornu, I love stitching on everything I stitched on this month, and everything was hard to put down. My next one is Flea Market Flowers by not Bonnie Hunter, Lori Holt. And this, it's on 14 count Aida, some really old, really stiff Aida that I don't care for, but I've decided that this is going to be my 14 count that I work on down in the living room. So I'll just show you where I'm at. Okay, so that's where I'm at. Screwed up this flower. I screwed up this, but you'll never know. But this flower is screwed up, but you can't really tell. So I don't know if it's worth taking out. When I was counting the border here, I don't know, I must have thrown some extra. I was counting by fours, an extra few in, so I have to fix that. And then I'm working over on this flower now. I haven't worked on it for a little while. Truthfully, I really haven't been feeling well the last month or so. And I spent a lot of time sleeping. So, but anyway, it looks good. It's looking good. And I don't think it's going to take terribly too long. Like most days, if I make our bread, we don't buy store-bought bread anymore, and I make buns and everything. And the days I do that, I tend to, while I'm waiting for it to rise, I cross stitch downstairs, and this is what I usually do. So I think I can get a lot done if I just sit down and do it. I took it with me to Minot thinking I'd cross stitch. I didn't cross stitch. This I probably will take with me to StitchCon because it's 14 count, it's easy to do, it's easy to count, and it's fun. It's fun. I hope I have enough linen down here. Oh yeah, this is folded. I'll have enough. I've got some stragglies here. But anyway, I think I'm going to like it when it's done. This Aida is really, well, it's soft here now, but look at here. It's just hard. I don't know what kind it is. I don't know where it's from. I've had it for years. And then I worked on A Stitcher's Garden, which is number 9 in my book. And this is by Tiny Modernist. I started this on July 23rd, 2023. It's on, these are the floss. I'm using the called for floss. I generally use the called for floss. So these are the floss in it. Beautiful colors. Some weeks, Classic Colorworks and weeks, and I've got it on a floss drop. I think I made this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I made this one. And now here it is. I don't iron my linen. I don't believe in ironing my linen until I'm done. So, but there's the Stitcher's Garden. Okay. Woe is me. I love this, but I messed up somewhere in here, or maybe even up here. I don't know where I messed up, but my count is out when it came to the platter here, the urn, and so I just improvised and fixed it. Nobody's ever gonna know that I did it wrong. I did, however, this one ends, you've got 3 stitches on this side, you got 3 stitches on that side, so I did put an extra stitch there to make that even, but I don't think it matters that it's not totally perfect. And I figure I just picked this up one day. I wanted to stitch it, and or no, maybe I used that I do 1 through 25 on a random number generator, and whatever number it picks off my Whipco board, that's how I stitch. But I think when it does get drawn for a Whipco, all I've really got to do is this section here and some back stitch. I think I can probably finish it the next time it's drawn for Whipco, so that's good, because my goal is to finish a lot of these smalls that I started last year. Okay, then this is my favorite ever that I have done so far. This is The Day by Plum Street Samplers. I love this. I love stitching it. I love looking at it. I could stitch this monogamously too. So this is number 10. So these are the called for floss. Just beautiful. And I have stitched this. I mean, I have put these on. This is another floss bling that I made with a picture from my farm, but it's all, I don't know, bubbly underneath there. These I ordered for StitchCon. I wanted to hand them out. Well, I didn't think when I did them that I put my name too high up. So I need to reorder them with my name lower, and then my information on the back I need to put lower, or maybe I'll put it underneath these. So when I punch it, it's there. But really like it. I didn't know what number that was. I had these on just cardstock floss drops that I made. And I put the DMC little sticker on and it fell off. So I have to figure out what color that is. But yeah, I've just marked all these. So I have 1,000 of these like this. But anyway, here are my stitches. This is where I'm at. Love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I love doing the house. I had so much fun with the house. I want to get the rest of the house done. This is going to stay out. I don't know if it'll be a Sunday stitch, but it'll definitely be a monthly stitch. I'll pick a few days every month to work on it till it's done. And I'm not sure if I'm going to try framing this one by myself or if I'm going to send it to a framer. It's stitched on 36 count vintage country mocha, which I love. I think that's such a beautiful linen. It's kind of a, you know, vintage country mocha. But I like the model side, but that side's pretty too. But I think if I ordered some more, and I do have vintage country mocha in my stash in 36 count, I think I'm slowly moving towards 40 count. That. This, I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning because I wanted to stitch this. I never wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But this is one of my Whipco draws for this month. And I'm just going to find, there we go. This is by the Scarlet House. This is the Queen's Garden. Look at her hair. That's what I look like some days. But I love it. I absolutely love it. It's on 36 count picture this plus, called It's Heritage. The stitch count is 119 by 69. And I'm going to finish this month. I'll put it away for a few days and work on my other Whipco draw, and then I'll go back to this. I love this. You hear that a lot, don't you? Isn't it great to have a hobby that you absolutely love doing everything? Like, and then if I don't, I put it to the side, that biscornu, because I just was getting frustrated, and why do it? But anyway, I love doing this stitch here. You know, once you found out that it was just up, 3 up, down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down for each of the colors, it went really quickly. And this morning I did the greenery, this flower and the bird, and then the fence. That's what I got done this morning. It's amazing how long it takes you to do the littlest things, or at least me. I'm not a very fast stitcher. But this is going to be a finish this month because I just have this to do. These bees are 1/1. I've never done that. So I'll have to challenge myself with that. And then I've got the bee skeps here. And then the flower there. The flowers don't take too long. The fence is what's taking me a little bit of time. But I will survive. Then my next one is It's Christmas. This is my next Whipco draw for this month. And that's number 30 in my book. I love this book. This is from Fat Quarter Shop. And I've got it filled already. I need to order another book. But I love it because all my information's in there. And then I've got my, well, I don't keep my thread inventory, but my Bee in My Bonnet stitch card. As I get them, I mark them off in here. this is what I would like to purchase, and then as I purchase it, I put a little X beside it. But yeah, there's so much I want to do. I'm like a little kid at Christmas with this. So anyway, it's Christmas. I am doing this on, I don't know. It's from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure if it's 28 count or what, but it's a linen from Hobby Lobby. It's a witch-hilt one. And the stitch count I've got, it varies because I'm not doing the whole thing. I'm doing the little sections and making Christmas tree ornaments out of them. So I'm using the called for floss. Isn't that yummy? It's just yummy. And see, this is what this is what I did last summer when I went to Kentucky and I went to Keepsakes. I made these up with my Cricut, and that's what I've been using. And these are pretty good. They're just time consuming. And that's why I thought I would go to the others, which is an actual photo of our barn. But this is all I've got done. I started this on my 12 starts of Stitchmas, and this is all I got done on that day. But I believe it's Deck the Halls, so it shouldn't take me too long. And then I don't know which one I'll do next, but I might make some of them into pillows. But I think right now most of them are going to be made into Christmas tree ornaments. I'm going to put a tree in my kitchen next year, or the year after, depending on how long it takes me to make Christmas tree ornaments. I want to do some of the, oh, what's the name of the company that does all the Santas? I'm drawing a blank. But they do a Santa every year, and they've got lots of Santa ones. Well, can't remember. Can't do a thing if I can't remember. And then these are some of my bags I made. I've got It's Christmas in this bag. It's not very Christmassy, but the color is. And then there's the zipper tag. These, as I finish a project, I make these up, and as I finish a project, it goes into an old jar that I have, and I'm trying to fill the jar up with all my projects. This is a Lori Holt bag. Love this. This is what started me making bags. This is another Lori Holt bag. This is actually, I'll make a label that this is my, I'll just put Sunday Stitch. This is where I'm going to put all my religious stuff in this bag. My patterns and that I can work on out of this bag. This is my Salinar 13 is in here. I don't have a tag. I made some the other day, but I printed them, but I haven't made the tags yet. So that'll go on there. I love the cows. No, not that one. This one here, which I've got a design board in. This one here is a Lori Holt one, and it's got my flea market flowers in it right now. So that's it for my bags, and right now we'll do a little talk about crochet. Well, I've been making granny squares, which I've shown you in the past. I haven't done any new ones. When we went down to Minot, I went to Hobby Lobby, and I was able to get the colored wool, but I wasn't able to get any white. So these will have to wait until maybe July or August when I go down, unless maybe when I go to StitchCon, if I could sneak away to a Hobby Lobby, but I'll have to hire an Uber if I want to do that. But I've been thinking of hiring an Uber and going to do some antiquing while I'm there, because they have antiques. Saskatchewan's only 100 years old. Like, we don't have a lot of really cool antiques here. If we do, they're hard to find and they're very expensive. So this I've been working on for quite a while. This is a granny rectangle, and you just go around and around and around it, and I'll show you a picture up above. Two pictures, one of where I was before and one of where I am now. I have this much wool left on this ball, they're cakes. They're made with the cakes. And I didn't bring one up, so sorry. I only have one left, and I think I'm going to need a lot more. So I have some question to ask if any of you crochet. I'm going around and around and around, and I'm thinking it's getting to be as wide as I need it. I wonder if I should just start going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth across the top maybe to get the length I want. Otherwise this is going to be humongous, but it's just scrumptious. This wool is, I certainly hope when I wash it, it retains this texture and this feel, because it's so soft. It's so beautiful. But that's where I'm at with crocheting. Basically working on this. When this is done, I will I'll start on my Annie's, the one I'm getting from Annie's Kits, and I'll get that one done. But it's nice. Every morning I do my devotional, and then I sit and do a little bit of crochet before I really get my day going, and it's good. It's kind of routine, and routine is good for you. So now I'll show you a little bit of what I've been doing at my sewing machine. Well, this is my Bonnie Hunter's Mystery Indigo Way that I'm working on. I finished the body of the quilt, but then when I took the picture, I was looking at it and I noticed I had 2 squares sewn in the wrong way, which when you look at this, you wonder, how can you even notice that, because it's so busy? But I've unstitched them. I went to my friend's the other day and visited, and I unstitched them. I need to take out the threads, and I'll have to sew them in the right way. And then I have to trim up the sides and put the borders on. And I have been assured that when you put the borders on, it kind of tames the quilt down. So I'm hoping that, because to me it just looks super busy unless you're a long ways away from it. And I'll put a picture up above of the quilt, and I'll also put a picture of showing you what squares I sewed in wrong. But I love working on all these small little pieces. That's probably my favorite part. When it comes to sewing them all together, not so much. But I did, this was a big job. I took it down to Minot with me and worked on it in the room. And then when we came home, I needed a couple of days to get back my bearings, and I finished it. And it'll be a few days before I get back to it. I have a few projects I'm working on right now. But I pulled out a project I started a few years ago. At St. Patrick's Day, I brought out a little wall hanging and a table runner that I made for St. Patrick's Day years ago. And I have for every month of the year, but I never got them done. So I pulled this out the other day so I can hang it in my living room. And, is that a hair? I did the blanket stitch. It was all fused down. All I had to do was do the blanket stitch. I need to sew the buttons on. I glued them on for now, and I'll sew them on before I put the back to it. Sew it right sides together and put a little hanger on it, because right now the back is just a mess. It's just the batting. And I put these 3 buttons on because they're kind of hard to sew on when everything's together. But I wasn't sure if I should put these on. I probably could. I was worried that they would get in the way when I sew it, but I don't think they will. I think I can get away with, because it's just a 1/4 inch seam, so they should be okay. I'd much rather sew them on now, and then where you've sewn it, you don't see it. But I have the table runner to do yet. I've got the pieces fused. I have to put some quilt batting in, and then back it with some fabric, and then do all the blanket stitch around it, and hopefully I'll get it up in the next month, and I can put it up and then start working on the others. But that's about all I've done for sewing in the last month. This mystery quilt has taken me a long time, and I'll be glad to see it done. And as soon as it's done, I'm going to throw it on the quilting machine and get it quilted, and that'll go towards my 60 for 60, because I'm not doing very well. I think I'm at 14 right now, so I've got to really do some smaller embroidery. I have project bags to make. I want to give away project bags at Stitch Go, so I've got to get that done, and that'll help increase my finishes. So now let's move on to haul. Well, grab yourself a drink, put on your seatbelt, and get ready. This is a haulapalooza of buttermilk basin and many other purchases. But first, I do belong to quite a few clubs right now, and kit clubs. So I think I'll start with those first, and we'll work our way through the other purchases. So first of all, I'm a Patreon member for Teresa Kogut, and I haven't done a video for a few months. So here's March's. I'm tier 4. So here's the patterns for March. Like, I really wouldn't have to buy another thing. I could just keep doing these, and that would keep me busy. But I want everything. Oh, I've been wanting to buy something so badly. It's been my experience that you nearly always enjoy the things if you make up your mind firmly that you will. That's Anna Green Gables, which is a Canadian author, and actually she's from Saskatchewan. This is a Nashville freebie, so I have to get working on that too. And then these are the April ones. These are beautiful, but I think when I do them, I'm not a blue person per se. I think I'm going to do pinks, shades of pinks with the brown. I love blue and brown together, but I really love pink and brown together. So here's for tier 3 and 4. It's a really good bargain, really, when you think of it. Here's tier 4. And she's doing a hometown mystery, which I haven't started because I ordered the linen and I haven't got it yet. So I'm going to have some catching up to do. It's a 2-year program. So it'll take me a bit, but I'll catch up. And this I ordered from her Patreon secret shop. I had to go on because I forgot to print out month 2 of the hometown. So I had to go on and get that. And then I saw this, and I love the cats, so I had to pick it up. And I noticed that she hasn't put her hometown mystery down, and it's due the 15th, but I just watched her video last night, and she's in Aruba, I think, and she had set it to go, so something must have gone wrong, and let her enjoy her vacation, and when she gets back she can post it again. So this is Liz Matthews. This hello from Liz Matthews, and this is a beautiful. This is this month's Patreon, and she's got a version in the soft subtle tones, and then she's got one in the more vibrant tones. You could choose which one. I don't know which one I'd do. I think it would depend on the linen, but I really like the pastel colors, but I really like the vibrant, so I don't know. What should I do? And there's the bird sewn there with the flowers. Very beautiful. And here's last month's, which is beautiful too. So lots to cross stitch, lots to do. And then I'm getting these every month from Fat Quarter Shop, and these are the Country Cottage Needleworks pastel collection. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do these as ornaments or if I'm going to do them as a wall, like as a one piece. I really like the way they look as ornaments, so maybe that's what I'll do. So this, I'm not sure if this was this month's or last month's, but it's the Christmas Church. They're very pretty, and they'd be quick to stitch up. Maybe I gotta start doing them. I'll have to grab a piece of linen. And then here's the snow globe. I'm not sure if they have DMC alternatives. Maybe I'll sew them in DMC, because it takes a while to get floss, and they're so small, I don't think it really matters if you use the variegated or the DMC. So anyway, that's that. Then I signed up for Lori Holt's Mercantile Quilt Seeds, because it's Lori Holt, you know. And so now I have 3 of them. I got 2 the first month because they had started the month before, and I get these from Happy Little Stitch Shop. I love the way she does her monthly commitments. She bills you once and ships everything together, so it saves me a lot on shipping. Fat Quarter Shop does them all separate, so I get a lot of parcels. My husband, he gets kind of mad at me because I get so many parcels, but anyway, I love these. I haven't decided if I'm going to do them as a quilt or as wall hangings. I don't have a lot of space to hang wall hangings, so I'm thinking a quilt might be the best thing. But they're all stitchy related, and they're just beautiful. Try to get the glare off there. So there's some spools. Here's the scissors and buttons. Oh, I guess the names are down here. And this is Tea and Notions. So I can't wait to get started. I love the Mercantile fabric line. I love the kind of rosy hue of her backgrounds. And I was really disappointed when I went to the quilt show because there is a shop in Minot that carries Lori Holt fabric, and she never brought anything new in. I was there this summer and I bought pretty much everything Lori Holt she had, and that's all she still has. And I said, well, I can't really buy anything because I have everything. But thankfully, Happy Little Stitch Shop and Fat Quarter Shop will help me out there. Here I have my February, I believe. Yep, February 2024 Fat Quarter Bundle from the Fat Quarter Shop. I love it. Oh, I love it. I love these backgrounds that aren't quite white. I'm not really a white person. I like to have color in my life. And my white would be cream. Pretty much what I'd use, except I do use white in some of my quilts now. But anyway, you get a fat quarter of each of these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them every month. And I thought we only got 10. But let's double check here. No, there's 12. So anyway, so that was our February bundle. What a great way to build up your stash, because my stash is getting so good. I want to get rid of all my old fabric, and I'm going to give it away to a lady in town that loves to sew, but you know, they're retired and finances are tight, especially now. So if I can help her by giving her some of my fabric, that's what I'll do. And I don't mind when I'm giving it away. I like to know someone's going to appreciate it. But anyway, this is March's. Beautiful. I really like the mustard colors. Actually, I like everything. I like the purples. I like the browns. I like greens. I like the teals. So that was it from the Fat Quarter Shop for those. But then I also get the Happy Little Stitch Shop Fat Quarter bundles. No wonder I'm broke all the time. And this is this month's, this is March's from the Happy Little Stitch Shop. I just haven't done a video for so long. I really need to find time to do videos more often, because this stuff stays hostage until I do a video and I don't use it. So after this video, I don't know, I'll either clean up, put everything away where it belongs, and then call it a day, or else I'll edit my video and leave the cleanup for tomorrow. Haven't decided yet. We'll see how I feel. And this is the April Fat Quarter Bundle. And again, this is from the Happy Little Stitch Shop, and this is beautiful. So Eastery. I love, you know, the nice thing when I get these bundles is I know that I have more coming every month, so I'm not scared to use my fabrics, whereas before I would hold my fabrics hostage. And in some ways, our local quilt shop, well, not as local as the closest one, it's still 45 minutes away. She retired a couple of years ago and closed her shop. And in some ways, I enjoy it because I don't shop there. I don't go anywhere to shop. So I don't have those impulse purchases. I can put stuff in my basket online and think about it and, you know, decide if I'm going to do it or not. Whereas when I go into her shop, I'd have to buy everything I saw. So now we're on to Cottage Garden Samplings. A Time for All Seasons. I signed up for this year as well from the Happy Little Stitch Shop, and I love Cottage Garden Samplings. So here we've got the robin, and isn't he cute? I just love the details in there, and I get all the floss with it. And then here's the next one, number 4, and he's a bunny rabbit. look at his tulips and just look at the detail on him. It's just nice. And again, the floss. And then every few months they send some linen out. And this is a 40 count popover by Legacy Fiber Arts. So I don't know when I'll get stitching these. I don't know if I want to put them in my rotation until I finish some of the things on my Whipco board. Because I did start a fair amount of smaller pieces last year, and then I started some bigger ones when I was doing my 12 starts of Stitchmas that I need to get going on. I'm not a good person to have a lot of pieces started. I get really anxious, so I have to be content to just do a few at a time. So here's the Fabulous Houses number 3. This is the greenhouse, and again I've got all the floss for it. I'm debating I might put all the floss in my stash because I might not have some of these colors and I might need them for other projects as well, and then it's easier to just store the patterns. And then we got the next one, number 4, the cottage, and I think number 5 is the Hobbit house. I can't wait for that one. But there's the cottage. It's really pretty. And then again I got the floss for that. And this time the linen we're getting is 36 count Nor'easter by Legacy Fiber Arts. And it's nice too. So I think it's every 3rd month maybe that she sends the linen along. Because I got it the 1st month, and then I got it on the 4th month. So I think that might be what she does. Let's get that in there. Otherwise I'll get mixed up. I wish I could stitch more. I very seldom stitch after supper. I tend to get up in the morning and I stitch for an hour or so, and then I start my day. I go downstairs and have breakfast and do my devotional and crochet a bit, and then I come upstairs and I work on other things most of the time. I don't know what I do, but I keep myself really, really busy up here. And here we've got Lori Holt's Stitch Card Set T. I get this from the Fat Quarter Shop. I got in late, so I'm getting like probably from R to Z, so I have to start collecting some of the others, and that's why I have that in my book, that I can keep track and I know what I need to buy. These are beautiful. These need to get stitched. Okay, what's next on my list here? Sayings of the Season. So that is this here. So this is from Fat Quarter Shop, and this is Stitching with the Housewives. Sayings of the Season. You get one each quarter. And I haven't even opened this yet. So you get a little bling for your zipper. Tulips. You get the call for floss. You get a piece of cloth to finish it. You get 28 count Monaco to cross stitch on. And then here's the pattern. Isn't that pretty? I didn't think I'd get that finished before Easter and before spring, so I'm not too worried. And then inside here as well, you get, like, it tells you what she used to finish it and where she got it from. I actually bought a container at Hobby Lobby, but I don't think it's going to be big enough. This looks longer, but we'll see. We'll see. And you also get it in a bag. So I'm not sure when. I don't stitch in the season. I stitch whenever. Like, it doesn't bother me to work on Christmas stuff whenever. It doesn't bother me to work on winter stuff or fall stuff now. I just, whatever I feel like stitching, I stitch. Okay. Oh yeah, and then we get our bitty bowls. Pine Mountain bitty bowls. She sends them to me every 2 months. So I'm behind all the time. And so I haven't really started these yet. But this is April's. They don't take long to stitch up. A couple of days and you got them. So it takes me a long time to finish it. And you get all the accessories to go in the bowl, which is really nice. Oh, sorry for the crinkling. I hope I'm far enough away from the mic that it won't pick it up too much. And then here's a marches. So I'll get them done. Those are good. These would be good to take with me when I go to my mom's for a few days and visit. And then I can sit and cross stitch and finish something. But in the summer, I don't often spend much time at her place. I'm too busy out here keeping my yard up. So then I've got a few floss clubs here that I belong to. I joined the Gentle Arts Floss Club from the Happy Little Stitch Shop. There's a theme going on here. Happy Little Stitch Shop, Fat Quarter Shop. I must not shop anywhere else, but I do. So this month, they're just starting it, so I'm right in at the beginning. So the first color is Adobe. Look at the variegation in there. Isn't that pretty? Then we've got Aged Pewter, Amethyst. Oh, look at the variegation. Beautiful. Antique Lace. Oh, this is nice too. An Acorn. So I'm collecting Gentle Arts. I'm collecting Weeks Dye Works. I'm getting quite a pile beside me. So this is my February Weeks Dye Works from the Fat Quarter Shop. Let's see what we've got here. We've got Daffodil. Ooh, look at that. Green. Oh, that's pretty. We've got Dahlia or Dahlia. I love dahlias. I plant them every year. I used to keep them over, but now with the way my brain works, I can't do it. We've got daylily. I've got lots of daylilies in my yard. I'm actually going to get rid of some this year. I love this color, Deep Sea. That's beautiful. These things have been held hostage for so long. Now they can go where they need to go. Dirt Road. Dolphin. And then this is Marches. And they're going alphabetically. So I started late, so I'll maybe have to one day order just some of the ones previous. Because when you don't have a shop near you and you want to do something, it's nice to have the stuff available to you. So this is Dove. That's really pretty. Dried Sage. They're all pretty. Driftwood. Lots of variegation in them. Dutch Iris. That's pretty. This eggplant is really nice. And then finally Emerald. So I won't put these back in the bags. They'll go away right away. And then I've got the Floss Fix. This is February's from Fat Quarter Shop, which is Classic Colorworks. And they're going alphabetically too. Look at this crushed pineapple. Isn't that pretty? Oh, Cupid. Love that red. That's like Louisiana hot sauce. Weeks, I think it is. Dandelion stem. That's really pretty. Deep Blue Sea. So now that I have that DMC chart that shows me kind of the colors they're printed out, but then I can go and I can look and see what I have in the other floss, and I can do some conversions. Oh, sorry, that was Deep Fennel, and this is Desert Mesquite. I think I have that one. And so these are all commitments that I have every month before I even shop anywhere else. But it's fun. It's fun to get something in the mail. Dublin Bay. Like, I don't go out very often, so. Dolce de leche? Eggshell. Oh, I like this one. Look at this orange. Oh, embers. Embers. Oh, I love that orange. Pumpkins, here we come. English ivy. That's pretty too. And then Arango emerald. Arango bra, Arango emerald. Okay, so that's it for my floss fixes. I'll start a pile over here now. So then I also get some fabric. So I'm in Grace Notes Fabric Club, and I was getting 36. I am getting 36, but I've asked them to switch it up to 40 count now. So they sent this along. This is Sullivan's Pearl Cotton. Ooh, I might be able to use that for something I have in mind. So I'm not sure which month I got which, but they're both beautiful. This is 36 count Cupid, and you get a fat quarter of it. Their fabrics are beautiful. I just wish that it didn't take so long if I order fabric for me to get it, because they have a dye schedule that they do. And this is Spring Breeze. And this, oh, this is beautiful. I don't think the camera picks that up. I think it's washed out. I'm hoping. Sometimes that looks like that on the screen, and then when I edit it, the color comes out really well. Yeah, it's kind of washed out. If you look in where the fold is, that's kind of the color. Let's look at this one, see if we can bring out the color the same way. Yeah, when you look deep into the fold. Beautiful. And I also get a couple of fabric clubs from Traditional Stitches out of Calgary, Alberta. And I've asked them to switch it up to 40 count. So I have this angel hair. It's a Weeks Dye Works. And I have this in 32 count, 36 count, and now 40 count. But I was debating whether I should start Hometown on this or not, or whether I should wait to, well, I've been telling myself, wait to see this month's shipment if they got the Fox and Rabbit in or not. And if they didn't, maybe then I'll start it. But this is nice. It's got a few slubs here, but I kind of like that. And then I also get a fat 8th of Picture This Plus. So this month, like I said, ooh, I like that. I switched to 40 count, and this is Newcastle. No, it's Newcastle. It's not. That's the type of linen. Picture This Plus Swamp. And this is just a fat 8th. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh man, I gotta find something to stitch on there. I almost think that badger, the unicorn, and the peacock, unicorn, and badger, which I want to get, a big piece of this. I wonder what that would look like. That's really nice. And then I've got Helix, 40 count, and this is by Picture This Plus as well, which I need to put that tag on there so I know what it is. So this is just a nice basic color. I'm going to have to serge the edges. I've got my serger out. I should maybe do that before I put it away. Boy, that's beautiful. Oops. So these are my, was this folded? Oh, there we go. So these are my linen of the month. Let's see what else I've got on my list here. Okay, purchases that weren't part of this club. No. Okay, another purchase that I made online was this from Dying for Cross Stitch. It's not a monthly club. You can choose each month whether you want to purchase the linen or not. I tend to purchase it most months. Depends what my money situation is like. And this is a fat quarter of 40 count linen, and it's just called the March color. But I thought, you know, that bee that Hands-On Designs, I think it is, put out this year, that botanical one. I thought that would be pretty on here. This is showing up a little more bluish, darker than what it looks like. but it's really pretty. They have nice linen too. Everyone has nice linen, but I've been collecting from those. And then okay, so I picked up from Traditional Stitches, Brenda Gervais, the robins are here. I ordered a few different things, but this is the one that came. And then I got In Your Easter Bonnet by Shepherd's Bush. I can't show you this because it is the chart and there's a button on it, but it looks like it's a fairly quick stitch, so that'll go on my, you know, when you just want to do something quick kind of thing. Then I was online. Oh, no. Yeah. I was online because Erin Elizabeth put out some new charts. And you know, she only lives about 100 miles from me. And I should meet her for coffee sometime. She's such a neat girl, but I bet you she's super busy with small children and her business. She is an amazing designer and just puts out an incredible amount of cross-stitch patterns. I'm really happy for her. I remember watching her first video when she was talking about how her sister-in-law, who I believe is Shannon Christine Designs, talked her into trying this, and little did she know a year later, hey, what it would be like. But I ordered this. This is what I went online to look for. But then I saw these in these, where are those from again? Paisley and polka dots in these wooden pieces, which I want to order, the wooden pieces, so I had to order that. Then I had to order Home Tweet Home, because you know, you just got to. Oh, and these Birds and Blossoms I have been looking at for a long time, so I had to order that, and I'll have to get that from Paisley and Polka Dots as well. Spring Bunny. Just think, you could trade these out at almost every month. Then there's a stitch along that Helen D and I ordered this from a company, but I can't remember the name of the company. But I'm thinking of using this as my smalls exchange for StitchCon. I'm thinking of doing it and just finishing it to this point, and then having this and a project bag at my table and asking her to find me, and then when she finds me she can put her piece on this wood. That's my thought. We'll see how it goes. Then there's the just cross stitch April, and here's an Erin Elizabeth Designs in there. Isn't that cute? I've seen this, I think I've seen someone sew this in a light purple, and I think that's what I would do too. But yeah, she's done really well. What does it say in here? It says, Erin Wassiliv of Erin Elizabeth Designs shares her passion for cross-stitch from Saskatchewan, Canada. Oops, sorry. Erin is a creative spirit who has consistently had her hand in some form of art. Her passion for cross-stitch blossomed while she was a full-time stay-at-home mom of her 2 young boys. Her patterns are created with as much love as they are with attention to detail, and she strives to design works that appeal to a wide variety of stitchers. To see more of Erin's designs, visit her website, and I can put a link in the description box. I'm just going to write this on my lap. And then you could, if you want to go see her patterns, she's got so many, and they're very reasonably priced. So then I'm on to my cross stitch, my purchases when I was in Minot and when I was at the quilt show. So I didn't get a whole lot from Hobby Lobby. I had some DMC that I needed to get, so I picked that up. And it's really, it's more expensive to buy DMC in Minot than it is in Saskatchewan, because it's 79 cents at Michael's, but it's 66 or 69 cents at Hobby Lobby. And when you do the conversion, you're paying more. But I didn't know when I was going into the city next, and I really wanted these for some of this Erin Elizabeth projects, so I could get going on them. The only thing is, I don't know if I have the linen the right size to mount, because I think she uses Lugana and I don't have a lot of that. But then I picked up some 25 count Lugana from Hobby Lobby, the Artiste Zweigart, and just like an oatmeal color. And I like the steel blue, so I picked up the steel blue, even though I say I'm not a blue. Then I picked up oat bristle 46 count. I'm gonna see if I can stitch on that, and if I don't know if I can, but if I can, I might consider ordering some 46 count linen. We'll see. And then they had zippers on for 99 cents each, and I'm making project bags, so I just picked up one of each of their colors, and I picked up 20 of them. They're regular $2.29, so it was a really good deal. And I will use these. They're 22 inches, so it's easier to work with a longer zipper when you're making your project bags. It just makes the sewing a little bit easier than working with one that just fits. That makes it too difficult to sew. So then I went to Joann, and I saw, well, first of all, I saw this book, and it was like, oh, I love that book. So I'm thinking maybe in the fall I will start a club with our friends, since our quilt shop is closed, and we will do a block each month. I thought it would be fun to see what everyone's favorite fabric is and all that. Then I saw this spangled quilt pattern which Pat Quarter Shop had, and I fell in love with, and I was going to order, but I never did. Oops, the glare on there is terrible. So I picked that up. This is only, where does it say, 60.5 by 60.5. I want this to fit our bed, so I'm going to have to make a lot more blocks to get this to be for a queen size bed, because queen size mattress is 60 by 80. I like it to be at least 90 on the sides, and maybe 100 top to bottom. So I'll have, I don't know how big the blocks are, how many blocks I'll have to add, but you'll see when I show what else I bought, why I picked up this pattern. And then I found Prudence. I'm a chicken lover. I love chickens and I love foxes, which is kind of funny because foxes like chickens too. But those are my two favorite animals. And Lori Holt's been doing this, but this is a big stitch. This, like, to do each one each month is really, really big. And I really don't have any space to hang them in my kitchen. I do have a little bit of a wall between my kitchen and my bathroom that I suppose if I did all of them, I could make a gallery wall of them. But I picked up Prudence. Now, where do I put this where it won't fall down? From Buttermilk Basin. Well, actually, this isn't from Buttermilk Basin. We'll do this one first. This is from a quilt shop beside Buttermilk Basin. And she was pretty upset that they had Buttermilk Basin at the quilt shop. And she said to me, I've known her for years, and she's quite grumpy most of the time. I think she's in pain, a lot of pain most of the time. But she had these books, and I was looking at it, and she says, all Buttermilk Basin is 50% off. She said, she has no business being here. She's this big fish in a small sea. Which I kind of thought, oh, that's pretty bitter. And truthfully, if Buttermilk Basin hadn't been there, everyone that I went down to Minot with would not have bought much, because there wasn't anything new in the other vendors. Which I don't know if it's because of the economic times or what, but if there's nothing new to excite you, you're not going to purchase it unless it's a really good price. But anyway, I picked up these 3 books. I got them half price. The next morning I was down there and I thought I should get Stacy to sign them. So actually I didn't, my friend did. So she's autographed each of my books. They're a very nice lady, and her girls are so pretty. Well, she's pretty too. But I picked up The Best of Buttermilk Basin, Buttermilk Basin's Vintage Vibe, and Pick of the Crop. I don't know which one I'm gonna, well, actually I won't be working in them right away because, in no particular order, here is my Buttermilk Basin purchase. Oopsie, I missed a floss thing here. Here's another floss club. Or did I show you this one and maybe it just fell on the floor? Yeah, I showed you this one. So then, like I said, no particular order. Simply Scallop Sewing Pillow. Isn't that cute? It's a little pillow. And they have everything in there. Well, not the thread and that, but the fabric and everything to complete this. And the wool and everything. And I thought they were fairly reasonably priced. I don't have the price on this anymore. It must have fallen off. My friend, I bought my friend some for her birthday. And I'm not showing those. I put those away already. This is Bluebird Pillow. Isn't that pretty? I don't know which one I'm going to start first. I've been sewing on my featherweight for so long. I brought out my big faff because I'm going to do buttonhole stitch or blanket stitch with it. And I thought, I don't like this machine anymore. It's a piece of junk. It's so plasticky. But there's the wool and the fabric for that one. Then we've got Roly Poly Santa Mat, and I have a circular table in my living room, so this will look perfect on it at Christmas. And there you've got all the fabric in there you need. Here's the sewing scallop mat. I was hoping I could get this done before StitchCon and I can take it to be my little sewing mat while I work. But we'll see. I was thinking the floss might make a mess on it, but you can just pick it off. But that is so cute. You even get the ribbon in it. I bought this to make for my mom. Hummingbird and flowers around mat. It was so beautiful. The picture doesn't do it justice. The wool is so beautiful. So I'll have to get started on this one right away. Somebody Loves You. Oh, I love that. And I love piecing little things. And there you've got everything in there you need. Beehive quilt. That would look so good on my kitchen table. Hexie Hive Needle Keep. I hope to have this done before StitchCon too. But the days just fly by. The Strawberry Scissor Keep. You won't believe how much money I spent there. But I don't care. You know, I really don't, because this makes me happy. And, you know, when you've had cancer and you never know how long you're going to be on this earth, you want to do things that make you happy. And if I can afford it, I'm going to do it. I'll be broke for the rest of the month, but that's okay. Excuse me. Oh, my water bottle's empty. So anyway, there's that one. And there is Simple Circles Through the Year. So that's another good one. And I think that's it. Buttermilk face. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. So then, from another booth, I bought, this is the booth that I bought the books from. I bought this Honey and Lavender. I thought it would make a really cute little project bag. I'll have to add my own fabric, but heaven knows I have enough fabric. And then I bought these two from Fat Quarter, like they're from it's So Emma Fat Quarter Shop, but she had them in her booth. And I wanted to do this quilt for a while, the 6-inch vintage kite. And she only had 2 books there, and it was the beginning of the quilt show. And I grabbed them both because it only makes 40 blocks. Or 42, and they're 6 inches. You're not going to have a very big quilt with that. You need at least another book, and I haven't even done the math yet to figure out if I need another one again. But she was mad at me because I bought both books and she only had 2, and I thought, what difference does it make? You're selling it. Like, but she's a different girl. So I got those. Then I bought Okay, I went to another booth and they had a couple of punch needle projects. Oops, I'm off camera again. So we've got Pumpkin Junction from So Cherished, and then we've got Garden Girls Punch May Club. And I used to do punch needle years ago when my kids were little. I did things like Ninja Turtles for them. But I gave all my stuff to the thrift shop just maybe in the last year. So, but I think this is a little bit better system probably. So I picked up the Smart Punch. And then I picked up a hoop because I buy cheap hoops from Michael's and they don't keep your fabric taut. So I picked up this. So then I can start doing punch needle. Like I need another hobby. But I've been watching it and I really love it. And what else? Oh yeah, this. Oh, I can't get it all. So this was a kit. I'm crawling around on my floor. This was the kit, Star Queen. I didn't want to do the kit. I want to do that Kim Dale pattern, but I love Kansas Troubles, and it was 30% off. So I got all of this for just over $100. And my friend, my birthday's not till July, but she was cleaning up. She's getting rid of stuff, and she had a whole bunch of Kansas Troubles fabric that is, and some others like it, and she gave it to me for my birthday. So I will add this to the to her bundle and what I already have, and I think I can get a few quilts out of all this. This was a really good buy. The first day of the quilt show, my friend bought this, and she was so excited because she likes the same thing I do. And I looked and they didn't have another. And then the last day we were in there in the morning, you know, because we might need something else, you know. And I saw they had another one, so I grabbed it right away. Look at these cheddary colors. Here's some browns. It's a pretty good deal, don't you think? I don't know what size these are, but they look to be fat quarters. And then, I'm not a white person, as I've said. To me, this is my neutral. Oh, you can't even see those. What am I doing? So I'll have to put these in my box with the other fabrics until I'm ready to use them. But don't you think they'll look wonderful with that pattern? Where did I put it? In this pattern? I think they'll look great. I might have to pick up a few more neutrals. Well, I have to see what I have in my stash, because these are the color neutrals I generally stick with. So that was a really good deal. Like even with the exchange, I wouldn't get this at home for that price. Okay, and then there was another store there that I really liked their wool as well. And they were more primitive looking. Like Buttermilk Basin is very finesse, you know. It's vintage, but it's clean. Whereas this is more homespun looking. And so I picked up this kit. It's a pin cushion kit, and it sits, oops, I guess I need to cut that. So you make a pin cushion, and it's like a flower. Oh, we don't get the button. And then you make the flowers, and then you you mount it on the spool. And it's just a cute little pin cushion. That's a cool spool. I thought we got the button. Now I'll have to source out a nice big button from my stash. I'll have it, don't worry. Okay, and what else did I get from them? I picked up this kit, Scrappy Peels, so that I can do that. That won't take long, actually. And then there's the wool for it. And I picked up, I think it was this wool I picked up to put as the backing on it. That'll look so good in my living room. I just love this. And I also picked up this, oops, I can't see if you can see it or not. This Crazy Patch Pumpkin. And their Willowwood Market is the name. So I picked up that kit. And that'll be a lot of, I'll use my machine to blanket stitch everything down. But actually the sunflowers are kind of loose. But when it comes to the inside parts, and same with on the buttermilk basin, I'll do that by hand. But I like the look, the clean look of it when it's stitched down by machine. And then this is the felt, not the felt, the wool to use as the background on that. So I've got lots to do. I got to get myself going here because I've got lots and lots to do here. So my plans. I'm doing really well on my Whipco this board. I've pretty much got every month I've done them, which I'm really proud. I'm still getting all the clubs that I joined. I don't know if I'll have time this year to cross stitch, but I feel like I have enough projects on the go, and that I need to have more finishes before I start anything new. And I haven't posted anything on Instagram for my hashtag 6460. I guess I gotta start posting them. I haven't posted anything on Instagram since Christmas. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have 14 projects finished this year, and now I have 11 fully finished projects. So, but once I get my quilting machine going, I've got a lot of quilt tops to quilt. And I've also got a lot of project bags to make, so I can bring that number up pretty quickly. I try to stitch every day, but many days I only get about an hour of stitching time in. And I really got to increase that, because how the heck am I going to stitch at Stitchcom if I can do an hour? And I'm getting so excited about it. I can't wait. And then I think that's about it. I have these here somewhere. Where did I put them? I have all these that I made that I need to put into tags. Yeah, that's another job I have to do. See, these are all things I've either started that I never made tags for, or that I bought that I haven't started yet. And I still never did that number 23 Salinoir stitch. I still got to do that one. Or actually, this is my bitty bowls for the rest of the year. That's why there's so many on there. But I don't know. We'll see what this week brings. I don't think I have too much planned this week. Saturday, I have to go to the doctor. And it feels like Sunday to me now, because I was going to do this on Sunday, but it's Tuesday. But, phew, phew, phew. Thank you for watching, and if you've made it to the end, please consider liking my video and subscribing to my channel, and of course leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. I'm not sure when I'll post my next video, so make sure that the bell is rung so that you get a notification when I post videos. I've noticed that I don't ring the bell because I go on every day, but a lot of my favorite people aren't showing up in my feed, so I think I have to go in and ring the bell, because like they post and it's a couple of days before I see that they've posted. But anyway, as always, I wish you lots of love and happiness until we meet again. Take care, my friends. Bye bye.